In July 2025, U.S. President Donald Trump made headlines with his comments on Ethiopia's Grand Renaissance Dam, sending ripples of surprise through Ethiopian communities at home and abroad. During a meeting with NATO officials in Washington, Trump claimed that the dam was, quote, closing up water going to the Nile, and described the river as a very important source of income and life. He went on to say, "To take that away is pretty incredible. But we think we are going to have that solved very quickly." For Ethiopians, these remarks hit a nerve. The Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, or GERD, is not just a massive construction project, it's a national symbol. Ethiopia sees the dam as a lifeline, a path out of poverty, powered by its own resources. But for Egypt, the Nile has always been a matter of national security. Egypt argues that Ethiopia's use of the Nile could threaten its historical share of the river's waters, a claim rooted in a colonial-era water-sharing agreement from 1959. Ethiopian experts like Fekamed Nagash, a former director at the Eastern Nile Technical Regional Office, didn't mince words. He called Trump's comments incendiary and pointed out that the U.S. president's stance wasn't exactly unexpected, given past tensions over mediation efforts. 8 years ago, Trump's administration tried to broker a deal between Ethiopia, Egypt, and Sudan, but Ethiopia refused to sign a binding treaty. Fekamed says that agreement would have blocked Ethiopia's long-term plans for development using its own water resources. Importantly, Fekamed notes, the dam has never stopped the Nile from flowing downstream. Ethiopia was not included in the original 1959 agreement that gave Egypt the lion's share of the water, even though the country's highlands provide over 80% of the river's flow. In fact, Ethiopia began building the dam in 2011 using only domestically raised funds. Citizens and Ethiopians abroad bought bonds to pay for the construction. One of Trump's more baffling claims was that the U.S. funded the dam. Ethiopia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs responded quickly, emphasizing the project was entirely financed by Ethiopians themselves. Just weeks before Trump's remarks, Ethiopia's Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed announced the dam would be inaugurated at the end of the rainy season, inviting leaders of all Nile countries, including Egypt and Sudan, to attend. Egypt, however, declined the invitation. The GERD remains a powerful symbol for Ethiopia, a story of self-reliance and ambition. But it's also a reminder that the Nile is more than just a river. It's a source of life, history, and ongoing tension in the region.